Hey there, Mr. K, if you're there. Can you get the chat out here? We'll see if anybody wanders in. Hey, Wings. How's everybody doing tonight? So hopefully someone will come in with something to talk about. I don't really have anything. Just thought I'd come in and see if we can drum up some business. Oh, man. Managed to make it through the day without turning my air conditioner on. Hey, nerdy. I am at debating dementia on Resolute Square. Yeah, I have no idea what that means. So perhaps that means I have dementia. Hey, GMK. I haven't even checked my temperature lately. Hey, Siri, what's the temperature?
It's about 77 degrees outside.
What's the heat index?
It currently feels like 78 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, only 78 with the heat index. That's not too bad. Talking with psychologists about the debate that's about to happen with a demented person versus an aged person. Okay. $94 feels like $106. You can keep that. So, did you guys see? I think I may have seen some of you over in his live. Um, CFW's lawyer said he's going to be filing suit tonight. All he said was filing suit. I'm going to assume federal civil rights. Yep, CJ. I should be able to remember his name. I used to like to read John Grisham books. Yeah, I logged into his live just before he went up there. Someone else was talking, and then he went up and gave his speech, and you are served. We need more guys like him out there. I wish I'd have gone to law school. That's what I would have been doing, that kind of work. I have a nephew in college right now. I'm trying to convince him to do that, but he's planning on law school eventually, but he wants to be a politician. I left the adjective out because I'm trying not to say certain words so much. Okay, what debate is on Thursday? Oh, really? Thursday night? Might be worth having here, and we can all laugh and be alternately disgusted with both sides. You know, I used to be a real politics nut. I mean, going back to when I was a kid, 10, 12 years old, last few years have burned me out. But let's see. Let's see. 9 p.m. Thursday. Yeah, I think we'll pencil that in. You know, everybody I talk to, especially and including people like over 70 years old, no matter which side of the politics they're on, they say, we need somebody younger. And you'd think people that were in their 70s would be saying, no, as long as someone can do the job, they should be allowed to work if they want to. Hey, Brandon. Okay, Wings. Enjoy. Don't even ask if anybody else wants any. Just go off and eat your dinner. Who cares if other people are starving? But I'm not going to say anything about it. I don't want to make you feel bad. I know Nerdy thinks you're selfish, but I wouldn't go that far. I made and froze 2 pepperoni pizzas, and now I'm eating leftover fresh homemade pepperoni pizza. That's a good idea. I used to make pizza a lot when we'd have get-togethers. They always called it vegetarian pizza. It would have at least 3 different kinds of meat on it. I never thought of like making and freezing some to take out. Most of the time on the kitchen sink pizza, it's just everything I could throw on it. Yeah, that's what I used to do. That'd be like pepper and onion, uh, you know, pepperoni, sausage, ham. What else have you got? Like 3 different cheeses. Seems like there should be. There's definitely more. I don't know what I'm forgetting, but yeah. Something I found surprising. I worked for a while down at the place that they part of what they did was run a food bank, and they used to get leftover pizza from the Pizza Hut buffet. Somebody, I don't do olives. Somebody'd bring it in like a big plastic bag, and we'd separate it out into baggies for people to come in, and they'd always give us some. And I used to always, I'd eat pizza cold, or I'd just nuke it a little. And one guy mentioned about trying to fry it to warm it up. That tasted amazingly good. Just put it in a frying pan, heat it through. I don't know if that's especially with Pizza Hut, since their crust tends to be a little greasy. Yeah. Now, if I was making pizza just for myself, I'd also throw some jalapenos on there. I've never, I don't think I've ever had a toaster oven. It's funny, I can picture one sitting on counter. Maybe my mother had one for a while, but I can't remember her really using it. What's
What
up?
what time did you start? Because I kept bouncing back and forth, and it was saying people were waiting, but it wasn't live. I don't know what's
Uh,
going on?
I started 7:30 on the nose.
Okay, my bad.
So I don't know.
Hey, Nerdy.
Some
I was visiting somewhere else, anyways.
Sometimes YouTube is a little funny with the
Yeah,
notification thing.
I refreshed it 2 or 3 times, bro, just to make sure to make sure. What I did was I hit the StreamYard and I looked and it said live right there. I said, "Oh snap!" Let me go over. Oh, I gotta find some video for you. It was on my news. Maybe they did a short. See if I can find it from my local news. So,
Hey,
so
Cap.
what's up, Cap? This guy was in some kind of store. It looked like a old country store, or maybe a like a farmer type store where you buy stuff. And I don't. You got to see the report. So, anyways, the cop beat the snot out of this guy, right? And they never investigated. They never found that it was necessary to investigate the beating. And this happened like 2 years ago. So now he's suing this police officer. But the cop grabs him, throws him to the ground by his head, right? So you see his head bounce off the ground, his face.
Mhm.
Then he puts the palm to the head and slams his head back down. And then after 4, 5, 6 maybe punches, you think he put some cuffs on him. No, he went 12 times to the face. And you got to see the blood that's all over this dude when they picked him up off the ground, all over his shirt, all over his face, man. Because that's necessary to arrest someone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A general story. Yeah, something like that, nerdy. The dude
I
was like
heard.
holding on to the door, like to go out, like this got a handle on it. Cop was behind him. I think he like grabs him around his neck and swings him over, slams him on the ground. Busted him up real good, man. No, I'm surprised the TV station said this may be graphic. They actually showed it. They actually showed the cop beating on him on his head. And the girl that's doing the report is going to do all the FOIAs on this thing, try and get more information, maybe because I think the film that we saw was from the store, it wasn't even from the cops. Yeah, nerdy.
Now the latest from Fort Worth, Cap, is that the lawyer said he'll be filing suit tonight.
Right.
I saw the one that she released that showed her talking to Kruger a couple of months ago, and then it led into her video from the other day. Is that the one you
Okay.
mean?
Yeah, I didn't see that one, Muckster. So there's like a two-parter from previous.
Yeah, it starts off he's sitting in the car, and she's asking him questions, and then it leads into that night.
Yeah, because when she confronted him, it's like the way she's talking to him, she knows him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Hey, Kruger, whatever she said.
yeah. In the video, when she walked up to the car, she called him Freddie.
Okay, so he must know that he goes by that name then, or maybe that triggered him. I have no idea.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to figure he was probably called that all through high school and stuff. You
Right.
know? If Fort if Fort Worth had any sense at all, they would just fire him immediately. The sooner they fire him, the less
Yeah.
damages they're going to be paying. You know, if they keep him around, that's just going to make it that much worse for them in court.
Yeah. They don't need to try to hush this up either because I don't think it's going to go away soon.
You know,
So
like
many
I
people
said,
have been reporting on it.
the
You know,
whole world's
you're
watching.
not a reporter because the mayor said you're not.
Yeah,
You're not media, but everyone's been reporting on it on YouTube. So
there, Huck. Yeah, that's what I did a short video on her um, ignoring the First Amendment at the meeting. You're not the media.
right, that really annoyed Sarge. He almost got up out of his seat. You're going down, lady. No, you didn't. You just broke the law.
I know. Yeah, the very place that spawned Turner v. Driver. I would imagine would have to have been the DA because once they filed charges, I don't think the police department could drop them. So it would have to be the prosecutor.
Yeah. And it don't show up on her. She don't have a criminal record. Yeah, we already looked it up, and it doesn't show that she was arrested or anything. So they completely dropped it.
Yeah. And the charges were all ridiculous anyhow.
Right.
About the only thing, and it still would have never made it through, but the only thing they could have gone with is like an interference, saying that she was there interfering with them doing their duty. But that would have been a huge stretch anyhow. But all that crap about
Shit.
resisting and evading and
Dating.
false report, that was really
Right.
stupid.
I mean, and how much time does it take before when you ask, why do I have to move before they take you down?
Yeah.
Seconds or minutes or what is it?
Yeah, she hardly finished the sentence and he said, "You're under arrest."
Then you hear her say, okay. And then pretty much once she says, okay, I believe she's giving up, right?
Yep.
Then she goes to the ground. Oh, stop resisting to the ground. Boom. And you hear her snoring and stop resisting. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And
She's out.
evading.
That's what infuriates everyone.
Yeah, he was looking for an excuse, nerdy. Ego. Cop ego.
That's what it is mostly. Again, they're law enforcement, right? Yeah.
You
Half of
said
these
law
clowns
enforcement?
don't know they don't know the law.
Yeah. Oh, man. you'd think places would be learning their lesson. And I'll bet you things would change a lot. Like everybody says, get rid of that qualified immunity.
Yeah.
If it becomes a lot easier to sue the cops individually,
Right.
they're going to
It will
start
stop.
changing. People go after their pensions and houses and stuff.
Yeah, maybe Brandon. It happens every now and then. We go robot.
That's secret language.
I'm Mr. Roboto. Either me or Muckster, one of the two. Actually, that's a pretty good song too.
Yeah.
But we can't play that because we get in trouble.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Domo.
Bato. Yep. Is that Japanese or?
Yep.
Okay.
Domo arigato is thank you very much, I believe.
Oh.
Actually, I think they say it is arigato domo. No. Yep, sticks. Indeed.
Yep. One of my
What the hell are
favorite.
you doing? What the hell are you doing knowing sticks? You're like 10 years old. Yeah, I used to love sticks. Never got to see them in concert. Yeah, but still, I mean, Styx was like before you were born.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Yep, Cap. That is one thing that I find cool about my music is that it has stuck around so long. Yeah, Oreo Speedwagon. We can't get into one of these discussions again. I swear we sat here for like an hour the other night just naming off bands. And it drives me nuts that we can't pull up their music. Jig is up. Da, 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 da. Yep, Renegade.
Yeah, they were out in 72. They already had albums.
Is that when they started?
That's what it says here. Active years 72 to 84, 90 to 92, and 95 to present. They're
You know,
good.
but
They're a like progressive rock, that style of music. So I like that. Early stuff.
you know what I think I'm going to do? One of these days, I'm going to create a new separate channel and I'll just let everybody know and we'll just get together one night and have another one of our music fests like we used to do until
They
YouTube.
strike it.
Yep, till YouTube shuts us down.
There you go. That's a good idea.
They give us a 1 week strike. I'll wait a week and we'll do another show. Then they give us a 2 week strike and we'll just do that periodically until they just kill the channel completely. I am liking this idea, folks. I think I just made later tonight. I might sit down and create that channel and maybe put a playlist in there so it'll be easy to get. I'll stay away from the obvious ones like the Beatles and the Eagles and stuff like that. But other than that, we'll just sit here and have a good time some night like we used to.
Yeah. I like that Grand Illusion. I like that song a lot. They got like 14 best songs, which is Come Sail Away, Fooling Yourself, The Angry Young Man, The Grand Illusion, Don't Let It End, Mr. Roboto, The
Yeah.
Best of Times,
Come
Renegade.
Sail Away. I loved Come Sail Away.
Yeah. Show Me the Way, The Blue Collar Man, and
Show me
lady.
the way. Show me the way. That's a Peter Frampton song.
Well, they got it on there.
I
I
want
saw
to.
I saw a picture
AC/DC is bad. Okay.
of Frampton meeting somebody there. And either Frampton's a little man or that dude was a giant. But yeah.
Yeah. Uh, 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 Frampton did seem to be a little skinny guy. I think.
Yeah.
I think he was. I'm sure he was less than 5'10". I'm thinking even like 8. Well, I know you don't consider that real little, but you didn't grow up in my family.
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
height. Yeah.
I can't remember if we got away with Pink Floyd before or not. But
No
we're okay.
ACDC. I'm not an ACDC
Yeah.
fan.
AC/DC, the Eagles, and the Beatles are out. But yeah, definitely gonna do that, folks. And I'll
I
make
think
sure all
Emily
our.
was Pink Floyd.
What I think we played them before.
Yeah.
We'll make sure all the regulars know about it. And we'll schedule a night for it.
We're just hanging here, track. What's going on?
We'll break out our pirate avatars again.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to our pirate theme.
God damn nerdy, that was a good idea. That's the best kind of plot to have. You know what I say?
Muckster, you remember, funny man, wild and crazy guy, Steve Martin.
Steve Martin, yeah, I saw him in concert. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, did he play the banjo?
Yep. That was.
Okay.
I think I told you about that. That's
No.
night. John Sebastian opened for him. But go ahead, say your story.
Okay. Well, no, it's about one of his movies. Remember, he did a movie where he played the preacher man and he's healing people. What the
I
hell's the
don't
name
think
of
I.
that movie?
I don't think I saw that one. I'm not
Oh,
sure.
then you need to go watch that. That's actually a really good movie. He has like they set up these tents, like a revival, and then he brings people in, and they're fakes, and he's like supposed to be healing people.
I
He's
think I
just
did
like
see that. I don't remember it real well.
trying to. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Thanks for the warning track. Hey, warning track. What is a warning track? I should know. What's a warning track? It's got something to do with car racing, right? You go on the warning
Yeah,
track.
yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Um,
Is it bringing down the house? I think that's what it is. I don't know.
dun dun dun. Burning down the house. Let's do this.
Nah, it ain't that movie. That's a different movie. I think
Tell her I said hi.
That Bringing Down the House movie is, I think, with Queen Latifah and the funny guy, the father from American Pie. I think that's that movie.
I don't really remember American Pie too well.
Yeah, I've never seen that movie myself. Seen little clips, but never watched it.
I think I've
It's kind
watched it once. I don't
of
know.
like Porky's or something.
Oh, you
That type.
know, yeah. Okay, there you go.
Leap of Faith is the name of the movie. That came out in 1990.
Okay.
That's it. And I believe this movie is based on a true story of a real preacher that ended up going to jail.
Well, I just got a new email address. I can create the YouTube channel later. I am the Wanderer. Are you thinking of the one? It's like an old what? I can't quite get the tune. It's
You
like an
watch
old.
Crime Story. I think it's Crime Story. It was like mafia, and it was a show. They went down in the airplane at like the last episode, or
No.
they played a good song on there. I think it's Crime Story. Yeah, 2 seasons. It's got what's this guy's name? Let me look it up. It's a really good show. Dennis Farina as Lieutenant Mike Torello.
Wow. I swear I just got a message from somebody I haven't talked to in years. Uh, oh, this is email.
Oh, it looks beautiful out here. It's gonna be real hot tomorrow.
Nerdy. I thought we talked about this. You with your damn Alaskan weather.
What's the guy? Roy Orbison. I think he sung the song for the show. Does he sing that? I wonder. Is that him or am I wrong?
I was thinking it was, boy, when you say that, I can sort of picture his voice doing that. I was picturing it was more of a group. Now you got me wondering.
I heard some Roy Orbison song today. It was pretty good. And I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot he sang that one.
Okay. This is one I think I was thinking of. Dion.
Yeah, I'm a wanderer. Yeah, a wanderer. I roam around.
No, that's not it. I put it in the back for you. Maybe if you play just
Okay.
seconds, you'll see it. You'll know it's the TV show, the beginning of the TV show, the intro, but you'll hear the song.
I think that is him.
Is that him? Roy Orbison?
Oh, this says Del Shannon.
Oh, okay. Then that's who it is.
No, that's right. Similar tone.
Yeah.
I was yelling there, wasn't I? Because that was loud in my earphones.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all right. Yeah, it doesn't say the name of the song. It just says the name of the show, The Crime Story. Yeah, Muckster, if you ever get a chance, check that show out. You'll like it. I don't know if it's filmed like 50s or 60s.
You need to hear some junk ass last stuff like this stuff. Oh. Yeah, Cash's cover of Hurt is classic. That's right up there for me with oh my God. When I tell you Disturbed's cover of Sound of Silence.
You like that? I didn't like it, man.
Oh really? I loved it. It's
okay.
one of those ones I loved the original and the cover.
Now don't get me wrong. I get down with the sickness, but I didn't like that one too much.
And then
I like the original.
I'm trying to think who it is that did a cover of the Disturbed cover. I can't remember which one it was. One of the female singers that I like, mostly just on YouTube and stuff. And so it was like the Disturbed version, but it was a little softer, and that was really cool.
Yeah, I get people like it, but I don't like when you got a good song and then they redo it and then it kind of like a real good movie. Why are you remaking this movie, man? Leave it alone.
Yeah.
Don't ruin it for me. Very good song right there, Mr. K. Excellent song. You've seen that video, right, Muckster? Five Fingers of Death? Punch?
I'm not sure. I know I've heard of them, but I don't remember it offhand.
Yeah, watch that video. I'll find it for you. There's a video they got, like with the Army guys. Three is live. Okay. So are we. No, I didn't check out your Full Metal Singing yet. Listened to a couple songs today. I'm just trying to think. One of them was Cyndi Lauper. Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
Oh man, True Colors, beautiful
Yeah,
song.
yeah. And you know, she's a really good singer too. She's got
Yeah,
a great
yep.
voice. My wife loves her. I like the bebop, whatever the name of the song is. Oh, bebop. You know, she's making all those funny noises with her mouth. I can't think of the name of it. And I listened to Kenny Rogers, The Coward of the County. Excellent song.
Yep.
It's like you're in a movie while you're listening to the words. You don't even have to look at the video. You could just
Yes.
imagine.
They did it. They did a
Yeah, they
TV
made a movie.
movie,
Yeah.
and it was a pretty good adaptation.
Yeah. He did that,
Yeah.
and he did the
Gambler.
Gambler. Yeah, he did the movie also.
It is hard to play a game of poker that somebody doesn't start going, you got to know when to hold them,
Yeah,
know when to fold them.
I remember singing that. We did that for one of our plays when that came out. That's where I learned that song.
We used to, when I was in college, me and some guys would go off campus for some refreshment. And when we'd come back, there was the parking lot was up on top of the hill, and we'd come walking down through path through the trees, and you'd hear us go singing. I don't know why this became our song, but it'd be, "You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille."
I think they would sing that on Hee Haw sometimes, but I'm not sure.
Well, you might be thinking of Gloom, Despair, and
You
Agony
know,
on Me.
As a child, Hee Haw was actually one of my favorite shows. It had a lot of comedy in it, and it was actually a good show. Plus, they had Roy. They had Roy
Yeah.
on there. That boy could play. Hee Haw, you need a donkey or a mule, one or two. I don't know what it is. I don't know if they could do Hee Haw the way they did it back then again. They got away with some stuff. Yeah, Mr. K. It's the old show, but it was good. He brought all the best artists on there.
Yeah, I used to watch that every week.
You know, that's when we had the three channels, and you may have the fourth if you call it public television, you know, PBS.
Oh yeah, that's cool. For those of
Okay.
you in the other chat, Mr. K said his father-in-law played on
Yeah.
an episode of Hee Haw.
Awesome.
Mm.
Yeah, maybe if he can tell you what year it was, then you can narrow down that episode.
'82. You know what? Didn't they every week they'd have like a special guest like Glenn Campbell or whoever?
Yeah, they always had some special guests.
I'll bet if he remembers who the guest star was that night,
Yeah.
you go to IMDb, look at Hee Haw 1982, then just go down through the episodes and you'd probably see it would say, Glenn Campbell or whoever. And then that would give you the episode number and all that stuff.
Shit. I was already getting in trouble in '82.
I lost the notes. When we moved. I know the band was called Kentucky Gold. Was that were they the guests that night? Or
Yeah, I
that
think
was,
so.
let me give it a look.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Oh, by the way, I just saw this earlier, this um trailer for a new oh god, what's it called? Hugh Grant movie?
Yeah.
Did you happen to see that?
No, I'm just saying yeah to what you're saying.
It looks spooky as hell. It's the kind that I don't usually like to watch anymore, but it looks pretty definitely not what you would expect of him. So you're
Dale and Bradley, Kentucky Gold featuring Sam Bush. I don't know, man.
Yeah, we'll see where I'm looking. It doesn't.
New or old or. Plus, you write Kentucky Gold, and a bunch of rings and diamonds and stuff show up. I ain't put the Kentucky Gold 1972.
I thought he said 82.
Oh, that's what I meant. It's just the way my brain is wired, bro. I'm sorry.
You know what I used to do a lot of times? I'd do circular math, where it'd be like, okay, you've got 6 dozen eggs, so that means that'd be 6 times 12 is 72. Okay, well, I've got 72 eggs, and there's 12 eggs in a carton. That means I've got 6 of them, and be like, well, wait a minute, that's where you started.
Yeah. Maybe if you watch me do math, you probably wouldn't figure out how I got to that answer. But it works in my brain. It works real good. I don't math like regular people. I math different. And I know the answer and I still write it down wrong. I'll write it down backwards half the time. I'll say it out loud. 6918, and there's not no 69. Maybe it's 9618 or 18, whatever, 69. It's just the way it comes out. Jeff Mullins. He was the drummer named Jeff Mullins on the Guess band. Yeah, you probably find it one day. Don't worry about that. If you got all of your stuff there, you'll find it. So did everybody go F off 3 times? Is that what happened?
Hmm.
I'm just being sarcastic over here.
Are you saying everybody left?
Yeah, we got 2 people there. We're good.
Yeah.
We got Mr. K, right?
That's right. What more do you need? I'm chatting back and forth with this girl on the email.
Why would I leave Mr. K and go somewhere else if he's here? You know what I'm saying? We don't do those.
Hey, that's my theory. Is as long as there's somebody here with us, not going to step aside.
If you want to leave, you're more than not only the people on the show, but the chats. If you want to leave, no one's holding you back. But if you're here, more than likely I'm going to stay here unless I have to go for some reason or I can't be live.
Well, I hate to say it, Mr. K, but that doesn't sound like a that big of a compliment. You left Wrangler for us. Hey, we'll know Wrangler's really going downhill today. That people like who's it, Wyatt and those guys say we'd rather be with you.
Well, we got 4 now, so.
Yeah, whatever you said there, Mr. Robot.
We got 4 now.
Ah,
It's looking good. Future's looking bright.
future so bright. Wear sunglasses.
I did find out some information about my buddy. I'll put it in the back for you if I can remember what it is.
There. No, it'd be cool. Of course, it's a lot harder to read my email now. But you know, when you're choosing between looking cool and being able to function, what are you going to go with? Okay, did Nerdy just say she pooed on her internet, Nerdy?
Oh, she has shitty shits. Sorry, Nerdy. I had to upgrade myself for that same reason.
I've heard of it, Mr. K. Mr. K's asking me about Bilger's Rocks, which is near me. I've heard of it. I've never been over there, but it's not that far from me.
What is it? It's a giant rock?
I just know it's a place. I would assume there must be some kind of rock there.
Did you see the private, what I put?
No. Oh,
That's, I believe he's infantry. My friend. I think this is one of those giant rocks. Looks cool. Did someone put that together or is that natural? Because it looks like it was put together. Yeah, that was put together. There's no way that shit happened. I don't know. I like that stuff. I'm gonna look up where it's at. Maybe I could stop by there one day. So is it, do you think it's man-made or is it natural, Mr. K? Some of that should look like. Okay. You know, there's these giant boulders all around the United States, certain places. I know Connecticut has one. I think it's split down the middle. They're trying to explain how these boulders got there and other places. They're thinking maybe, if I'm not wrong, I think they think it got shot out of like a volcano, and they all landed in different places, maybe, or has something to do with the flood, the Great Flood. I need to look it up again.
wonder how far. I mean, there certainly was some big volcanoes. Wonder just how far they could shoot rocks.
Yeah. Well, you saw Mount St. Helens, how that blew up, right? What was the whatever you like? It flattened all the trees out, and it like it's like a nuclear explosion. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure it could shoot something pretty far. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that one didn't even match up to like Vesuvius.
Oh yeah.
And I think the ones that they say were, however long ago they were, 100,000 years or whatever, they were supposed to be like even bigger. So yeah.
Yeah, Mr. K. Everybody thinks I'm a girl too. Ariel, the Little Mermaid. I'm like, yeah, okay. It's all good. What year was that? 86? I don't remember when was it later?
Mount St. Helens?
Was that in the 80s? Yeah.
I think so.
I know we seen it live on TV, so. Or after. You ever hear the stories after that? What they found? All
No.
dead, all the dead Bigfoots that were around there that were crushed by trees and stuff. That the army and government went in and removed them all. You know me and my Bigfoot stories. I love them Bigfoot stories. I don't know if they're true or not. But
I don't know. I'd like to find a colony of Bigfoots and open up a shoe store, make $1 million.
I don't know who they're gonna sell shoes to. They ain't gonna fit nobody.
Well, that's why. Look how much you could charge for, size 43 shoes.
Yeah. You know, it's funny is people think when they say my name, they think, oh, is she whatever? And then when they say my wife's name, they think, oh, is he whatever? Because they always pronounce her name as a male name when she don't have a male name. And she goes, not O. It ends with an A, not an O. And then they go, oh, okay. That pisses her off all the time.
What kind of tourists do you get around there, Nerdy? Are they hunters, or are they just like going up there for and staying in cabins, or fishing maybe? I know it sounds like I'm stereotyping Alaska, but what else do people go there for unless they're going to crab fish or go broke trying to look for gold?
Yeah. I know my wife wants to go fish. A lot of people do go fish. They do some hiking, and I think there's the boats that take people. What do you call it? The cruises. I know they do cruises out to Alaska. Do they get off the boats? I have no idea.
Oh, that's true. I know. Well, he was our local postmaster for many years, and him and his wife used to do cruises all the time. And he
Yeah.
said Alaska was his favorite. And they'd done the Caribbean a couple of times,
Right.
and even Mediterranean and that, and they loved Alaska.
Yeah, I think it's real beautiful. The people like the nature and how I guess a lot of places are real remote, depending where you're at. I'm not saying Alaska's not populated, but I mean they do pay you to live over there so that you can live over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Nerdy must be pulling on the bucks every year. I don't know what she's talking about. Buy some good internet, Nerdy. Use your Alaska residency money. It's probably nothing, man. $100. I don't know. I have no idea. Shit, Alaska has got it all, man. I used to watch some show where they were like troopers or something, or they were forestry guys or whatever, going after people, shooting moose out of season and stuff like that. A lot of alcoholics out there, Muckster. For some reason, there's a lot of, I guess, where you're stuck in the house, maybe a lot, or
And then what is it you're saying about Nerdy?
nothing.
See, Nerdy, I told you I'm the nice one.
I know who to pick on and who not to pick on. I gotta give you a like. I didn't give you a like. Says you got 3 watching. And 1 watching over here in Sargis.
I always think sometimes one of the watchers might be a bot.
Yeah, it could be. Do you know, I have a channel that I watch every week. He always puts at least 1 video out a week. He's a big channel. He got like over 1 million people. I went over there the other day and I was unsubscribed. I
Yeah.
don't know what the hell YouTube is doing, because I always get my I have the bell there, so when he puts out the video, I go watch the video. And yeah, I was unsubscribed, man. I'm like, why does YouTube do this?
Somebody said that they're trying to cut down on the people subscribing with like 5 different socks to up their own
Yeah,
subscribers. But
I only have one YouTube account, so no, I lied. I
Yeah.
do have 2, but
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't. The
wondering-
other one's inactive, man.
I'm wondering though if their bot just screws up on who is real or not.
Right. But you can go. You can go and look at my history. You could go back some years. I watch all his videos.
Yeah, that is weird.
Shit, they do it with Sarge every now and then. When I go check, I'm unsubscribed.
Speaking of which, see something? Oh, yeah. I got a message from Izzy earlier. She did get to celebrate one daughter's birthday.
Yeah, good for her.
Okay, you're up to 32. I think Kill has 40 something now.
Yeah.
It's by Jay. Yeah, he has 42. And you know,
yeah.
Hmm?
I should have dropped my channel. I was visiting someone. I should have dropped my. He was like, drop the channel, and I was like, nah, bro, that's all right.
But you know, it didn't even occur to me until I was talking to Kill after
Yep.
his live the other day.
Yep.
And anyway, you know, he started that live the other day and just did it on his own channel. And I totally missed the implication that he had like a half dozen people. So, you know, people did find him there. I thought that was great. It's a good sign, you know.
Yeah, I think I was on that stream with him. I came in a little after, but
Yeah, I didn't see it till afterwards. Oh, that's right, because that's when we talked. I commented on it. Something like I said, somehow I missed it. And then he messaged me and asked to meet in the meeting room because he had a question about StreamYard. And then we talked for a while.
yeah. I was doing some stuff. I was trying to get down here, but I had a bunch of things I had to do, and by the time I got down here, you know, it was later on. And then we thought that you guys were going live at 11, so we dropped off the stream. and it was like 2 days later, whatever. We just read it wrong. Yeah, Mr. K, I don't know nothing about that. I didn't even know they made a new law. Why is Mr. K still spamming us? Doesn't he understand how this thing works? Yeah, but if you do that, then they know you're watching. That's the thing. So now you telling me I have to quit? I'm not showing nobody my ID. I don't know who the hell's looking at it. Can't they steal your information? I did have to show my ID today.
Okay, so okay, we decided that we'll call Mr. K Karen from now on, right? So Karen, are you joking about somebody named CFW? You can't possibly be that far out of the loop. And I got to think Nerdy abandoned us too, because I keep seeing the same
Yeah, that's all right.
line from her. Well, I
She
just
does that.
every time I look up there, though, my brain goes, in the summertime when the weather is hot.
Yeah. Now, she did say she had poopy internet, so poo-poo internet.
That's always a good excuse.
Well, that's what I would have said.
I don't even remember when, where, who, but I did use that one time. I thought the easiest way to get out of the conversation was I just like went poof, you know. And I don't like doing that because it's kind of
It's rude.
dishonest.
Yeah. You know how many times I've dropped out of just when the fights have started? I just hit leave studio. I don't even say goodbye, man. Yeah, I hope she gets better too, man. And I hope that this didn't create some kind of PTS for her where she won't go back out again. It's unfortunate that happened to her the way it did.
I'm sorry I missed. Oh, you mean CFW?
Yeah, I'm saying
Sure.
that I hope she'll, once she gets better, she'll be able to go back out and not be afraid because, she was called at the meeting. She didn't come in. And I'm kind of thinking maybe she thought there may be, I don't know who was outside. Did they intimidate her? I have no idea.
Yeah, I wonder about that too, because she was signed up to speak.
Right.
And I wouldn't think it would just be an embarrassment over the way she looks since her picture's been out there. And plus, I mean, that would have added to the whole
Right.
look what your cop did to me thing.
Yeah, if she would have walked in, everyone would have saw her face. I mean, really?
And I got to admit, Carrie, that's what I like about being here is nobody can shout me down or
No
talk
one
over me.
F's with the Muckster. No one, not even I.
Because I've
Even I get yelled at.
well, the great thing is, the only one out of the rest of you is that gets loud is Finkel. But anybody else, I've got the button. And when Finkel gets loud, watch out because
And I don't say nothing even when Muckster yells at me, I keep my mouth shut. I'm not scared of him, but if I have something to say to him, I'll say it afterwards. In my mind, I tell him to go F off, oh, okay. There's other words I call him, but I can't say that because I get banned from the channel. But it's all good. Muckster never means any harm, and he will warn you.
Well, like I've said before, the thing that gets me is when I'll warn somebody 3 times and they just don't listen. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like Bruno, quit interrupting. Oh,
show Muckster.
Kenny. It wasn't Kenny the security guard?
Yes, that's him, Kenny. Yep. He also served.
Yeah.
I think he was Army, and he's working on a base, right?
Yeah, I believe that's where he's security. Yeah. Yeah, and like Carrie, mostly when I really get fed up is when we're having a good conversation. And then you have somebody that just is off the rails.
That's why when I came in, I saw you was down and they were doing their thing, right? And I never came up. I thought I did, but I was there through the whole Bruno thing. That I stayed down, and I didn't say nothing. Later on, when those guys left, then I jumped in with you.
I do gotta laugh though that Bruno is backstage and you still see him going.
Yeah, the whole time, yeah.
It's like he just is totally unaware.
Yeah, I think OD or was it G? Someone said, "Man, dude, you know you're muted, right? You know you're muted, right?" He's just going.
Oh, that's right, because yeah, he even when I let him back up, he was still muted and sitting there going.
And then you wrote, "If you lean closer, maybe they'll see you or hear you," or whatever it was you wrote.
Oh yeah, what did I? Yeah, I forget what I did say there.
I think you wrote leaning closer gets you can hear him better or something. You get to hear him better. Yet he's still on mute.
God.
There's no way he's looking. He's just talking. He's not paying attention to anything else. And he's not looking at what people are saying.
So, this is how my brain does stuff as we're sitting here in the back. I got this stuff rolling in the back of my head for pirate radio. And I'm thinking, I'm going to make playlists, but I'm going to put in folders like, 60s, 70s, 80s, or something like that.
Let's do like a one-hit wonder night, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People can get suggestions of what one-hit wonders.
That's a good idea. We'll tell people to give us ideas of what they want that night. Oh no, because I didn't watch how it started prior. I was thinking, wow, Muckster was mean. But the more I watched, I learned Muckster only get loud when things began to spiral. Yeah, I used to back on that old panel that we don't mention anymore, the TPP. I used to get caught up in the yelling back and forth. But mostly now it's like I'm yelling at somebody because they just aren't hearing me.
Yeah, it's easy. It's easy to do. Yeah, it's still 82 degrees outside.
It's funny, I'm like, I mean, it's stupid, really, that I'm yelling at somebody because I'm trying to get the place to calm down and act right. You know what I mean? It's like, but I don't know a calm way to get through to Bruno. You know,
You don't listen. So
something I've never actually tried it. Of, when I've gone in front of large groups, I went to a seminar the one time, and I was sitting near the front, and I missed like the first time the lady did it, but she did this, because everybody, when it first started, everybody's in there talking, and she goes, just real calm, like, if you can hear my voice, clap once. And it's like, it's like people in the front row clapped. If you can hear my voice now, clap twice. And more people heard her then, until it took like, I don't know, like 4 traps or claps to like get to the whole room, because
get their attention.
as more people do it, it's like the other people going, wait, what's with the clapping? And I thought that was a real neat technique. Yeah, the clapper.
That's actually a real genius invention, whoever created that. I've never bought one, but they're great to have.
We got one time for my mother. I remember it was in the dining room. And I don't even know why we thought we should have a clapper in there. And that's the room that was like our game room too. We'd sit around and play Risk or cards or whatever.
Yeah.
And my one friend, Mary, for some reason, her laugh would set off the clapper. And you'd be sitting there and the light would be flashing on and off when she'd laugh. Then everybody else would get laughing.
Yeah. Well, you can still buy it on Amazon. They got it. They're out there.
I'm going to get. Somebody told me the other day about plugs that I can turn on and off with my person who isn't named Alexa.
Right.
And I have a couple of uses for that.
Oh, it's still on the as seen on TV. Do you know that?
Oh yeah.
The clapper's still on there.
I remember that one.
$20.
One department store we used to go to. I forget. I think it might have been Boscov's. My one friend used to like to go to it when we'd go to that mall. And they had like over on one side there was like a wall, and it was like as seen on TV, and it was all that kind of stuff that.
Yeah. We had one of those in my mall in Connecticut for a while. And now there's only like 3 stores, the maybe like a Filene's and a Christmas tree shop, and Sears ain't there no more, but a couple of big stores, and there's like, I think 2 restaurants, Chinese and something else, because they even closed the whole food court now. There's nothing there.
Well, you know what I kind of think is, people complain about, Amazon's killed the stores and stuff, but before that, you had people saying, the malls are killing downtown. They're killing Main Street.
The mom and pops.
And yep, nobody at the malls felt guilty about that. So now it's happening to them. So as Grandma Muckster used to say, tough titties.
Well, it's, you got to be with the times, right? Whatever's popular. I mean, and whatever's convenient for you.
Yeah.
And don't you think that folks that can't get around, or elderly people that can't shop, this is a good thing for them?
Yep.
The grocery stores used to deliver back in the day. Even when I was a kid, they had actual.
The grocery store that I do most of my shopping with now, when It was like I think it was like after the library closed and before I was getting my retirement, and my my car was broke down. I couldn't get it fixed yet, and I found out that that store delivered, and the guy who delivered it was the guy who owned it, and he would only charge like $1 per delivery. He wouldn't even take a tip.
Wow.
And I just found that out. I got deliveries like twice, and he sold the store.
Yeah. So your library closed?
Yeah, it
Something I was supposed to swallow. Yeah.
the historical foundation like opened it as a volunteer thing. They're not connected with the county system anymore and stuff, but
Oh,
it's not the,
is that a way to save money, you think?
well, they're the ones that had the building. They kept raising our rent. They basically
Oh.
wanted us to finance their whole thing. And I will try to give this to you briefly. Okay. The building was the old Legion Hall that was sitting empty for many years. My father tended bar there when I was a kid for a while. It had originally been a big old house, built in 1876. And there was a couple businesses, but for a long time it was the Legion Hall. And they still owned it. And one time, a couple of the guys from the Legion said, "You guys want to put the library there?" And they were going to give it to us, but then they found out that according to the Legion charter, they could not give up the property or it would go to the National Legion. So we decided to form this foundation to take care of it. And somebody said, "Let's form a historical foundation, and then we'll be able to get all kind of grants from the government and stuff," which didn't really work out. But the reason I'm telling this much of the story is as soon as we formed a separate thing like that, the historical foundation, they kind of forgot that it was all supposed to have been about the library.
Right.
They got all in their head about doing this historical stuff, and like I said, so then as time went on, it was like the they would bump up the rent, and then it was like, "Oh, we want you guys to start paying for the heat," and you're paying for all the electricity and all that, and it just kept getting more. And at the same time, the state was giving out less money to libraries, and the district was cutting back our funding. And Lucy came in and said hello, and so yeah, it just sort of all snowballed till it was like the county said, "We can't afford you anymore."
Right.
So that was like almost 30 years of my life down the drain.
Right.
How you doing tonight, Lucy?
Yeah, Mr. K, never go to the stores on Black Friday or whatever the day after
Thanksgiving.
after Thanksgiving dinner. No, it's too crazy. I unless I really want to get something, but I haven't gone these last 2 years. I haven't been to no store. I did go like 2 years ago, picked up 3 TVs.
Do you know when I used to like to go Christmas shopping? Generally around December 22 or 23.
Get the deals.
No, it was just, I don't know. It was a thing where it actually was fun for me to go to the mall or wherever with no idea what I was going to get for people. And just the whole thing of it being like see, I've always been kind of a last minute person anyhow. I think I told you that before, I'd get an assignment in school that's due in 2 or 3 weeks, and I'd do it the night before.
Listen.
A tough shift. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I often think about you guys whenever COVID was going on and family wasn't allowed to come in and visit. So
Right.
it all really fell on you guys even more than usual. But yeah, so I think that was sort of why, for some reason, the last minute Christmas shopping, I had, and usually I kind of felt like it was always about 50-50 on how well I did with presents, you know?
Yeah. You know, getting socks and shit like that. I never did like that as a kid. They're actually good That's actually a good present because it's a useful present. But you're like, damn, I'm a kid. I need a toy. I don't need no pair of underwears or something or socks. You know what I'm saying? What the heck?
Yeah. And Carrie said about people used to have to say goodbye on the phone during COVID.
Ridiculous.
I I had a friend that the one year we were talking, I joked, Christmas was coming, and I said, all I'm doing, and she was somebody we had never exchanged presents. She was one of the people that I used to enlist on committees when I was running different things. But anyway, Christmas was coming, and I said, oh, all I do, I said, I just buy I order a gross of socks from, I don't know if I said Amazon or eBay or something, and give everybody socks, as a joke. And she went, I would love that. She said, I love socks. So for about the next 15 years, every year,
You gave her socks.
yeah, but I'd get her, like something fancy, like
Yeah.
American flag socks or, whatever, just
You ever
weird
get her
designs.
like designer socks, like Christmas trees maybe on them, or like
Yeah.
something. They have to be Christmas tree, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, it'd be stuff like that.
Yeah, people like those, especially if you get them with their name on it. They like that shit.
So Lucy, what can we do to make your day brighter? Quick, Ariel, get naked. Don't go on camera, just get naked.
I'm already naked. I stay naked. That's why I don't show my face, man. Hey, I came on one day. No, it wasn't on. I went into Jitsi with Mello and them, and I came on and I didn't have no shirt on or nothing, right? And I think Miss Rummy was in there. She was like, "Ooh," I was like, "Yeah, this is how I roll in my house." So all my windows are covered. I never opened the shades.
Lucy, I don't think you'd have been the only nurse that quit during COVID. I'm
A lot.
amazed that you stuck it out.
And can I say big ups to the nurses out there, especially the girls out my ways, and the guys. My wife loves that hospital. If I have to go, she goes. They are so kind and caring. I mean, we've run into one or two, it happens, but for the most, they're real good people. They actually care.
Did I ever tell you my bitch theory?
What's that?
The first there was but something else I wanted to mention, and Lucy can tell me if it's true where she is too. I noticed hospitals around here seem to use COVID as an excuse to cut staff because, of course, they weren't having any of the elective surgeries and stuff like that. And now they're still running short-staffed, and the nurses all have to work harder and stuff like that. But my bitch theory is, because now, and this is a limited, scientific survey, because what have I been in? Was it twice? I can't remember if I've been in the hospital twice or 3 times as an adult.
Yeah.
I think I was in the hospital twice, but it also happened with like emergency room one time. Every time I've gone, I'll go in and there'll be like these great, nurses, they're nice and friendly and helpful, and I can joke around with them and stuff. And then 2 days later, though, there's always that one nurse who just comes in and it's like, all right, what do you want? Oh, I guess you need your IV change. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's been like every time there's always that one bitch.
You get them.
Lucy's sitting there right now going, yep, and I'm the one.
My wife had one of them crying.
Okay. Yeah, Lucy said the big hospitals didn't have that kind of staff thing going on. Always a nurse ratchet. Yep, exactly.
Yeah, Lucy. This is a smaller hospital that I'm talking about, and they do have a very big hospital. And like the bad experiences my wife had were at the bigger hospital, and I don't even want to mention what happened to her. Something has to do with stealing, though. One of them.
Yeah.
Craziness.
I knew a lady that her husband lost like $300 out of his wallet when he went on the ambulance one time.
Oh wow! It just fell out his pocket, right, while they were going. It's the thing. If you're unconscious, you don't know what the hell's going on or what they. Not that everybody does that, but you will get some of those people.
What am I doing? No, that's what I'm doing.
And they may slip that jewelry off of you. You never know. You never like, I don't know what happened. Yeah, Carrie, that's been going on forever, though. They can do that at any time. But I don't know about that. They already poisoned us with that water. They put garbage in it. What's that? Flint? They can't even drink the water in Flint. They destroyed the water system over there. Shit, I don't drink the water.
I have to take off for a bit.
All right, man.
I'm gonna go meet that person that I was emailing with.
You do your thing, man.
I'll see you guys later.
And he's gone. Yeah, good luck, Muckster. It's one of his friends that he got in touch with again. Okay, Lucy. Good seeing you. Good talking to you. Thank you for coming. I don't know, Mr. K. No, you're not holding me back. I do got a couple things I got to do here. I just don't want to make a lot of noise. Yeah, if I run my machine and do some other stuff over here, it will get a little noisy. You may not hear it, but I can hear it. Yeah, do your thing, man. I should start playing different foreign music and see if they mess with us. They may or they may not. Never know. Where am I going again? Oh no. Now you gotta wait. And that's what happens when you only got one bathroom. That's all I got. I just go outside if I have to. Let's see what I'll do here. Yeah, still here. About get ready to bounce though. Got to get all these things cut up. Make a delivery. Yeah, man. Will he may come back later tonight? I have no idea. I don't know what plans he's got. But thank you for coming. You know we're always here, so you're always welcome. All right, man. You have a good night. I'm gonna shut this thing down. Yeah, you're welcome, man. We'll see you.